Ever had a great idea for a product and wondered, how fast could I actually make this a reality? In the past, that whole process could take months, maybe even years. But today, it's a completely different story. It can happen almost instantly. So today, we're going to break down exactly how technology has totally squeezed that whole journey, from that first little spark of an idea all the way to a package showing up at your front door.
So let's really think about this for a second. That idea you have for, say, a custom t-shirt or a unique phone case, what's the actual path it takes to get to you today? Well, the answer has changed more in just the last few years than it did in the 50 years before that. Let's start by looking at the tools that are making it all happen.
All right, first up, the new tools. And I'm not talking about some far-off science fiction stuff. These are technologies that are available right now, today, giving pretty much anyone with an idea the power to create and compete at a speed that is just, honestly, it's breathtaking. Okay, so this right here is basically the new playbook, and trust me, it's a total game changer. Imagine you have an idea for a custom hat. The old way, you'd have to design a couple, order 1,000 of them, and just cross your fingers hoping they'd sell. But now, you can use an AI to generate hundreds of designs, practically for free. Then, you just put those digital pictures online. It's only when someone actually clicks the buy button that a print-on-demand service fires up, makes that one single hat, and ships it out. You see how that just flips the whole business model completely on its head? And this is the most important part. That huge upfront investment you used to need, that warehouse full of boxes you weren't sure would ever sell, it's kind of becoming optional. The barrier for new creators to get in the game has just crumbled. You can literally go from a thought in your head to a real product people can buy without ever holding any physical stock. That is a massive, revolutionary shift. So we've seen the cutting-edge stuff, but what happens when those brand new tools just become normal? Let's talk about the digital foundations that aren't optional anymore. They're the very ground that modern business is built on.
I mean, this comparison really says it all, doesn't it? The old road to finding customers was all about physical stores and ads in magazines. The new road, it's a digital storefront and really targeted ads on social media. And let's be super clear, this isn't really a choice anymore. It's just what everyone expects.
To put it really simply, these are the absolute basics now. If you're not selling your stuff online, you're basically invisible to a giant chunk of the market. If you're not using digital marketing, you can bet your competitors are. And if you're not using automation to make things run smoother, you're just going to get left behind. But this super fast change isn't all sunshine and rainbows. All this new technology, all this power, it brings with it some very real, very modern problems that pretty much every business has to deal with now. And here are the three big ones. First, the cost. Let's be real, staying on the cutting edge is not cheap. We're talking software subscriptions, new gear, it all adds up. Second, you've got security. Every single digital connection, every online purchase is a potential weak spot. And finally, there's just the insane speed of it all. That super expensive software you just finally figured out, yeah, well, it could be totally obsolete in 18 months. It's just this constant race to keep up. Okay, so let's zoom all the way out. Forget the day-to-day for a minute. There are these huge underlying shifts happening, like tectonic plates moving, these mega trends that are completely rewriting the rules of the global economy for decades to come. And right at the heart of all these mega trends is this one big idea: digital transformation. And listen, this isn't just about getting new software or launching a website. No. It's about completely rethinking your entire business from the ground up. How you make stuff, how you find customers, how you create value, and then rebuilding the whole thing on a digital foundation. And as we look out to the future, there are two forces that are just towering over everything else. First, AI is going to go from being a helpful little tool to being the main driver of everything, from creating products to marketing them to you personally. And second, e-commerce is just erasing borders, creating this single, massive global marketplace that's growing faster than anything we've ever seen. This quote just nails it, really. The change we're talking about isn't just a fresh coat of paint. We're not just swapping out an old tool for a new one. What we're actually watching is the construction of a completely new foundation for how business even works. And so that leaves us with one last, really important question. The tools are changing at an absolutely explosive pace. That much is obvious. The real question is, can our thinking keep up? Are we actually ready to adapt our strategies and our mindsets just as quickly? Something to think about.